Okay, you can see water's in there. I got it filled all the way to the top. That's what you've got to get rid of if you want to solder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to solder this, and then it's also very dangerous because this stuff could boil up and blow into your face. And you know how hot boiling water is. See, I got some flux on there. Slide that on. So you can see that water really coming out of that pipe, going crazy. You know that stuff is hot. See? See, it's just solder just rolling off. Okay, it finally soldered. Let's let that cool off, and then we'll see how far down the water is before it's soldered. Okay, I know this thing is still hot, but let's see. See, I haven't touched it yet. So you can see how far down I just barely touched it. Let's move up a little more. Okay. You can see how far down the water is before it finally soldered. That's about 3 inches. So you just have to figure out a way to like open an outside faucet or something. And what I sometimes normally do is get a little small compressor, and before I start doing any soldering, this is right before I solder, after everything's clean and ready to go, and before I flux it, is I blow air in there so that it'll blow the water out of that line either to a sink, a tub, or wherever. And then that way you don't have to worry about the water creeping back up on you. Well, whatever you do, you see these over there. These unscrew. They slide on the pipe. Slide the rubber on the pipe. Of course, this is already on the pipe. And you tighten this thing up. No matter how tight you get this thing, it's going to eventually blow off. I mean, if you just need a fitting for a few minutes, well, don't even want to worry about that. Don't use these. They're not worth it. I'm making me a Sharkbite remover tool. I mean, they do sell these things at the store, not like this. They have those ones that you hold in your hand and pull together. I always make my own. And the way this works, get this around here where I can see it. Slide that on there. This way I can use the full force of my hand to push this thing back, because it is not easy. So you have to push this ring. You have to push this ring up inside this thing to release those sharks. So I'm going to hook this up. Oh, there we go. And then it comes off. So that's what this is for. This is for 1/2 inch. I'm going to make another one for 3/4. But you do it the same way. Just get you a 3/4 T. Put your piece of pipe in there to pull on to disconnect these things. Because you will make mistakes. If not, what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to cut around the pipe and start all over again.